Howdy, denizens. Well, it seems that I've been gathering a bit of hate on my two channels lately. In this video about giving up on the wretched Rings of Power Season 2, I said this about the actress's appearance who played Estrid. Isildur and the pussy version and Arondir sink into a murky muck. Estrid, with the sex appeal of a stamp collection, grabs a stick, pokes the muck in hopes of saving the two, only to be confronted by a giant snake thing that conveniently pauses. What does the ironing board-chested girl do? Run? No, she just stands there. That got pushed back. And most recently, on my appalling news channel, I made this crack about Netflix's super popular Graham Hancock. We strongly suggest that TikToker Ambamilia take her profound expertise in geography, her PhD in Middle Eastern history, and pitch Netflix for a series. After all, if Netflix can give pseudo-archaeologist nutjob Graham Hancock a series, then why not you? I mean, what's the big deal? But let's start with the Rings of Power controversy. I like your reviews, but why do you have to bring a woman's looks into your consideration? That she has no sex appeal or is flat-chested? How she looks has nothing to do with her acting abilities or her character in the series. Does every female role have to be filled by a sex bomb? As much as I hate Rings of Power, mocking how the actress looks should be beneath you. Not cool making fun of the girl's appearance. Hi. I must say, bearing in mind, that I'm not familiar with your content, and that this is the first of it I've seen, that ironing board comment was in poor taste. I'll be the first to criticize a lot of these shows, Acolyte, Rings of Power, etc., for their horrid character development, plot lines, and just all-around shallow writing. But commenting directly on an actress's appearance like that is plain unproductive on your part. None of these were unreasonable comments, but they missed the point I was making, which was the huge problem with many modern entertainments administered by the new Puritans who do not understand that entertainment must entertain. One aspect of that is that they've completely forgotten what women look like, and for that matter, what men look like. Historically, we have enjoyed an array of stars who were attractive and charismatic. Is DEI an impediment to finding enough actors who aren't stiffs? Isn't DEI's express goal to expand the pool of talent? It would seem so, but the dirty secret of diversity has turned out to be subtractive, not additive. Does anyone stand out in Rings of Power like a Steve McQueen, Clint Eastwood, Paul Newman? Oh, I know what you're thinking, but they were expensive stars. Not when they started. Did you want to see the young versions of them? Yeah. How's that for a meat parade? Wouldn't they have made ROP more appealing? Of course. The women in the series are shockingly uninteresting, devoid of charisma. Where's your young Sophia Loren, Eartha Kitt, Ingrid Bergman, or Diane Carroll? It's not Nia Toll's fault she was cast as Estrid. She's reasonably attractive, but she's just another shapeless waif with boys' hips. Check out her acting range. On top of that, they smeared her in dirt and dressed her in rags. I know it's a rough world out in Rings of Power land, but that's not how old Hollywood used to do it. Fine. Look, we don't need to go all Raquel Welch 1 million years BC on her, but Lord of the Rings struck the right balance. Liv Tyler was luminous. My ironing board comment was purposefully a throwback line, exactly the kind of sexist comment men would make to draw attention to the fact that the production company done Nia bad. Rings of Power does not have an overabundance of hot young actors, nor charismatic senior actors. Give me John Gielgud, please. A show populated by unattractively presented actors and actresses is not going to be of benefit. Seriously, can we please stop making women look like men? And can we get men to stop acting like pussies? So That's the whole Rings of Power controversy. I make no apologies for what I said. Now, let's deal with my other transgression, giving Graham Hancock the gears. Here is a small sampling of the complaints. Pseudo-archaeologist? He is a journalist. That is all he claims to be. But I'm curious to know what exactly your issue with Hancock is, Chato. Have you read his work or seen any of his interviews? Not saying he is correct, but he does ask interesting questions. I see no reason myself to throw the oral tradition out entirely as all woo-woo mythology, which is sort of Hancock's point. Appalling news. A bit of an unnecessary attack on Graham Hancock. It's like you have room to talk concerning being a nut job. Unfortunately, that has earned you a loss of my sub. Bit salty about Graham Hancock, aren't we, Cheeto? Ooh, that hurt. Dude, why the hate for Hancock? Paul, I love your stuff, but leave Graham Hancock alone. You've now fallen for the same woke, institutional, self-interested propaganda as the rest of the science sheep. Graham asks questions, not dictate answers, and the careerist club hate the boat being rocked and questioning their permanent truths until they're not. Okay, I was a bit surprised by the backlash. I thought everyone knew Graham Hancock was a modern-day version of Eric von Däniken, who wrote the pseudo-scientific Chariots of the Gods with its claims of extraterrestrial influences. Many of the comments repeated the phrase, "But Graham is only asking questions." Yes, he's asking unfalsifiable questions designed to make people believe Graham's hypotheses. Däniken would ask similar push questions. But if aliens didn't build the pyramids, then who did? Graham uses this same push question technique. But I'm not here to rebut Hancock. What I want to talk about, I'm sorry for taking so long to get to this point, is just how incensed former fans of my channel got about a simple bit of ribbing. I'm concerned about you. If your entire self-esteem or self-worth is tied to a politician or a TV personality or a movie performer, then you have issues. And I say this in the most non-sarcastic, caring way possible. Please get some help. I can assure you that Taylor Swift doesn't know who you are and doesn't want to know who you are. And now the Swifties are going to come after me. Please, everyone, get a life. I very much appreciate your patronage, but no need to worship me. Next, you'll be telling me that Garfield is a real cat. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.